everyone, my name is Lulu Chen and I'm an upcoming senior studying in Geography Data Science at the University of Washington. Today I will be sharing about deficit irrigation for sustainable agriculture and the concept of deficit irrigation, its advantage, and how data is a key component of irrigation decision making. We all know that water is a valuable resource and shortage of it are a developing issues in agriculture as a result of climate change, rising water demand, and limited water supplies. My study focuses on understanding the relationship between environmental and the nearest weather station data to help deficit irrigation in order to overcome these challenges. In order to make wise irrigation decisions, the major objective is to evaluate the water stress level in apple trees. The method uses statistical modeling in integration with the weather station data and sensors-based data collecting. So what exactly is deficit irrigation? It is a water management approach in which less water is applied to crops than their actual demand. This allows for better water utilizations and efficiency. This method takes use of many crops' extraordinary capacity to survive brief periods of water stress without major yields or quality loss. So what are the advantages of deficit irrigation? First, it will reduce water waste, which is a critical for protecting precious water resource, and it promotes in climate change adoptions by preparing crops to survive water shortage during dry years. It's also considerably increased water use efficiency, boosting agriculture productions while consuming the least amount of water possible, and contributes to sustainable agriculture by balancing water needs and environmental implications. Deficit irrigation conserves water resources and is ecological friendly. It also plays an important role in enhancing agriculture output by guaranteeing constant crop yields even in a difficult situations. It assists farmers in adapting to climate change by boosting crops' resilience and managing water consumptions. Environmental data is acquired from the canopies with the use of smart sensors. With these sensors, we can measure significant elements like the soil water content and the stem water potentials. Regularly checking these factors can help us get important data regarding the state of the field and the water supply for the crops. These details are being gathered for two purposes. It allows us to accurately track the crop's water needed at every stage of growth. This real-time monitoring allows us to alter irrigation strategies to match the crop's differently water demand and at different development stage, plus minimizing water loss. The information the sensor gather makes it simpler to inform decisions about the management of water resource in agriculture. By having a greater understanding of the field condition and the crop's response to the water stress, we can enhance irrigation strategy and assure sustainable water usage. Farmers and irrigation managers may efficiently use deficit irrigation system by balancing water conservation and crop productivity. Now let's look at how data may be used to assess deficit irrigation decisions. I analyzed and visualized data that was gathered in the ground view orchard in 2021. This particular data is focusing on apple trees in row 37, tree 1 and 2. This soil water potential data was gathered in 2021 between May 6th and September 29th. By looking at the plots, you can see that the stem water potential value significantly declined in June as a result of the heat wave in 2021. When the stem water potential is low, water stress is present and the plant's water potential is declining. In keeping with the previous slide, the data also include information on the soil water content at depth of 25 cm and 50 cm for the same time periods. Similarly, with the stem water potential, the soil water content value in June is low at both depth level. When the soil water content is low, it means that there are a lot of water stress on the plant. The plant probably have trouble drawing out enough water from the soil to maintain its physiological functions. The study found a significant relationship between the weather stations and the canopy data, allowing for real-time water stress monitoring. This connection allows us to react to climate change and maximizing water use efficiencies, which ultimately improve the agriculture output and qualities. The result further shows that deficit irrigation technique not only saves water, but also contributes to the overall sustainability of the agriculture systems by lowering the environmental stress and encourage more resilient farming techniques. These findings shows that deficit irrigation has a potential to be widely adopted as a major method for sustainable water management in the face of growing water shortage and shifting climatic circumstances. In order to obtain a more complete picture, expand the study scope in the future to include other types of crops and plan to take part in ongoing monitoring to get more in-depth information. Farmers can also benefit from the technology advancements like the in-drip micro irrigation system, which helps them irrigate precisely and efficiently. Farmers' involvement and networking engagement are also necessary for a successful implementations and scaling up these initiatives. Finally, I wanted to mention that when I was working on this project, it clearly demonstrated to me the value of data in supporting deficit irrigation for sustainable agriculture. Data-driven decision-making enhanced precision farming, resource efficiency, climate change adoptions, and sustainable agriculture practice. The finding supports the strong correlation between the weather station and the canopy data, allowing the monitoring of the water stress in real life and increase the effectiveness of the water use. A more stable and sustainable agriculture environment is supported by data-driven agriculture practice. Thank you.